Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another Facebook Live. I'm Coach Jennifer, and I'm here with Coach Annika, and we are excited to be back with you again to continue sharing updates and to provide a little support session before we go into the weekend. And as you're joining, please feel free to say hi. Also, let us know where you're joining from. It's always neat to see kind of how far across the United States we go. And so again, welcome. And I'm sure many of you have probably seen the Facebook post or even emails, but we are fully open and welcoming new members to join the auto delivery and coaching program, which is very exciting. If you have an account, you can sign in at hmrprogram.com, and then under My Membership, select either Phase 1 or Phase 2. If you're new, you can go right to HMR Program and join Phase 1 or Phase 2. And right now, you'll get $50 off your Phase 1 starter kit. And again, for anyone who used to attend HMR groups in person at a clinic, make sure you're connecting with your local clinic, staying connected with them as many of them are beginning to reopen. And if you find out that your local clinic will no longer offer the HMR program, then our at-home program is an option that you can join. Also wanted to share with our community some great news that Coach Vera is rejoining our coaching team, and we are excited to have her back. Her dedication and passion that she brings to the work that we do is going to be such an asset. So Vera is going to be opening groups in the coming weeks, and she's also going to be joining us in the next Facebook Live event. So maybe if you haven't had a chance to work with Vera, you can put a face to a name. And also if you have, you can welcome her back our next Facebook Live event.
Very exciting news. Really excited to have Vera back with us. So let's dive into tonight's support session. This week's focus is how to snack healthier. Snacks tend to get a bad reputation, but we can actually use the power of snacking to keep us full, avoid overeating at meal times, and to also consume some extra nutrient-dense foods throughout the day. When we think of snacks, the first thing that might pop into your mind are things like chips and pretzels and cookies and other high-calorie foods. But if we shift our view on what snacks can be, we can actually use them to support our weight loss, our weight management, and just our overall health in general. So let's talk first about how to create the perfect power snack. So to create a really filling and balanced snack that won't leave you wanting more, always try to combine a carbohydrate with a protein. So when we're thinking about our different phases of the program, for Phase 1, this could be a bowl of fruit or a serving of vegetables with a shake or a pudding at snack time. For our decision-free clients, that could mean a shake, an entree, a bar during snack time as well. And if we're thinking of Phase 2, could certainly use the shake with the fruit or veggies as well, but you can use other sources of protein like a fruit with Greek yogurt or cottage cheese as a great balanced snack. And this really ensures that the snack keeps you full and satisfied between meal times. So we're going to get into some snacking tips here, and then we're going to get into discussing some specific examples for the different phases of the program. So we'll look forward to getting your input in the chat with some of your go-to strategies when we get there.
Yeah, and so many folks joining us, Pamela, Susan, Bob, Lori, Deb. So happy to have you all joining us tonight. So make sure you all are sharing in your comments some of your favorites, snacking tips, ideas, as well as recipes as we go through. But when we're thinking of snacking tips, I think you're going to hear this more than once on any strategy or when we're talking about any challenging situation, but plan ahead. Planning ahead is really going to be the best ammunition you have to choose something that's going to be supportive for you. So those pre-cut veggies, making sure you wash the fruits and have them on the counter ready to go so that you can just grab them. Also, making sure you have a variety of items stocked up for your convenience. So your home environment, your work environment, the car. If you're decision free, making sure you have extra 70 plus pudding packets that you can whip up a pudding, or maybe even going ahead and making them ahead of time, just like you do the fruits. So you can really make some of these meal replacements ahead of time. HMR bars, canned fruits and veggies, frozen fruit and veggies, plenty of things stocked up and ready to go. So when you are craving that snack, you have those things ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And also making sure to have these snacks available for travel. So whether that means road trips, work travel, or just your daily commute, we want to make sure we have these snacking foods available. So one example would be, grab and go fruit like bananas, apples, clementines, really portable, easy. Of course, our bars. But also HMR cereal or pudding packets, which can easily be made on the go, like Jen mentioned, or just by picking up, a mixed fruit from a grocery store, or even a convenience store, makes it really easy to kind of whip something up if you need it in the moment while you're away from home.
Mm-hmm.
And another key point that we want to highlight here when it does come to snacking, kind of like Jen mentioned with planning ahead and preparing, we also want to be sure to anticipate these challenges. So recognizing the challenging times in your day helps you better plan when it's most helpful to have your snacks at the ready. For instance, the drive home from work, that can be a key time for people where they need to have something to prepare them from stopping off the road, or, so they're not getting home and feeling super ravenous. So strategic timing is really key, but also, being sure to stay hydrated. We often, confuse thirst with hunger and may sometimes overdo it with snacks. So, making sure to, have your snacks ready, but also prioritizing hydration so that you're not snacking too much. So we're going to get into some ideas, some snack ideas here. So we really want to encourage you guys to share in the chat as we share some of our, tips and strategies for snacks between the different phases.
Yeah, and I love Lori's already mentioning some of her favorite snacks. Angela is giving you, Coach Annika, a shout out. So just wanted to let you know, Angela says hello.
Hi, Angela.
And, yeah, Carol doing some different things. And so no matter what phase you're in, please share your comments, whether you're in decision-free, healthy solutions, or phase 2, share different snack ideas. And also keep in mind, if you're not on healthy solutions or you're not in phase 2, if there's a snack idea that is sounding appealing to you, write it down. So when you do get to that point, you can have this idea for the future. Or of course, remember to come back because you can always watch these videos after the fact. Mm-hmm. So let's start with some decision-free snack option ideas. And I know, Annika, you are like such a queen at making different kind of preparation methods with our entrees. And so the enchiladas can be made into enchilada bites. And I saw this on one of your salads. I'm like, oh my gosh, this would be such a great snack. And so basically you would just kind of scrape off the enchilada sauce in a bowl and then rinse off the enchiladas, pat them dry, and then cut them up into little bite-sized pieces and put them in the air fryer. Or I'm sure you could bake them as well. But I know my air fryer is my go-to kind of prep method. It's so quick. And air fry at 400. You can check it after 10 minutes. And then you can dip your little enchilada bites into the enchilada sauce. I mean, I'm sure many of your mouths are watering just by that. So put that on your list. And you can do the same with the ravioli. That's a really nice one to same thing. You kind of put the sauce on a bowl, rinse it off, pat it dry, put it in the air fryer, and then you have ravioli bites. The lasagna can also be made something similar. So even though you're on decision free, you can have a lot of different consistencies with the different preparation methods that you're doing. Mm-hmm. So comment if you are on decision free or have something that only uses meal replacements that you like to snack on. Put that in the chat.
Great, great. Yeah, I love, transforming those different 3 entrees into, more crispy air fried treats. The lasagna, what I like to do is actually cut them into strips. So they're like little crispy strips that you can eat. So that decision free, even phase 1 healthy solutions or phase 2, good way to get in an entree, get that protein source, but also kind of satisfy those crunchy, snacky foods that we all crave. And getting into some of the healthy solutions strategies, I shared this in the last event. One of my favorite things to do is have the HMR pudding mixed with fruit and have them pre-mixed and ready to go on hand for easy grab and go. Of course, mixing, your fruit with a shake. Great way to combine the protein source and the fruit or vegetable. But also, another go-to is the baked or air fried sweet potato fries or russet potato fries, a great way to get that snack, get that crunch. And by the way, Coach Nicole is in the comments and she is going to be sharing some of these links to the recipes from the website. So some of the ones that we mentioned will not be on the website, but some of them are. So you can click that link and save that as well. So the sweet potato fries, I know she'll be sharing. But other veggies, cut vegetables like cucumber, celery, carrots, jicama, peppers, having those already prepared, ready to go in the fridge, and having portioned dips, like salsa, fat-free dressing, guacamole. A big one is those holy guacamole portioned cups. So you can be, really mindful of, how much you're consuming when you are dipping in those calorie containing dips. Those are some good go-tos.
They are. I typically, with the fat-free sour cream, I will get a packet of, I think there's like a Fiesta Ranch that I will put in there and have. It's great for veggies, as well as just a regular ranch packet with the fat-free sour cream. So those are typically in my refrigerator to have quick and easy dips. And it, of course, helps you to eat more veggies as well for that. And with thinking of dips, so many of our entrees can make excellent dips. So the turkey chili, you can put it in the food processor, the blender, and make almost like a bean dip. And there is a recipe for the mac and cheese, kind of making like a cheese queso. I think we've seen several of you do that on our Facebook page. So many of the entrees can be utilized as a great dip as well. And that's going for, getting you more protein. That's going to help you to stay more satisfied. And then filling up with the veggies with that. I know Lori mentioned her, she does the vanilla 70 plus and puts PB2 and it makes like a peanut butter dip for her fruits. I know you were mentioning you do something similar too, Annika. And so you can make something that you can really sit and enjoy, but still keep you on track. There's also air frying or roasting garbanzo beans, basically any vegetable. I know you can air fry potatoes, very thinly sliced, zucchini, kale. You can really make a lot of different snacks by using the air fryer. When you're thinking of the canned beans, how I typically do them is just rinse them off and pat them dry. If you can let them sit and kind of dry off for a little bit, they tend to do better, but sometimes you don't have time for that. So I just pat them as dry as I can with a paper towel. And then I put them in a little Ziploc baggie and just do a spritz of like the cooking spray and kind of coat them all and then put my seasonings in. You can do, one of my favorites is a dill pickle seasoning. It's absolutely delicious. There's also just any kind of seasoning that you want to put in there. And then you put them in the air fryer and you basically let them go as long as you want. They get a really nice golden color and can be really crispy. But you can do a lot of vegetables in that way. And I know some of your favorites, bagged frozen vegetables are also nice. If you don't think you don't have time to cut and clean and prep all of them, I oftentimes use frozen. One of my favorites is edamame. That makes a great snack with a little lime and sea salt. And then you mentioned your favorites. Frozen.
I make sure to keep bags of frozen asparagus and frozen artichoke hearts that I can throw in the air fryer for another quick snack. And, just add the seasoning. Usually I use a low sodium garlic salt, however you're feeling that day. And it's just really easy to get that crispy, crunchy, salty treat that you're wanting, but keep it, a vegetable serving as well. Yeah, and along the lines of Lori's example, I was thinking, one of my favorite things to do for quick snacks, especially at night, but during the day, if you have time, is making little mini fruit trays. I like to keep grapes, blackberries, raspberries, whatever your favorites are, and I'll actually make myself a little tray so that when I'm sitting on the couch, watching TV, I can snack on that and, using the 70+ pudding as a dip, and you can, customize the flavor for that however you like. So chocolate and PB2, vanilla and, the sugar-free white chocolate Jello pudding mix is yummy. But whatever you like, you can make some nice little dip. You get in a shake serving. So you're getting your protein and you're getting your fruits in. Another thing that, we see a lot of is, even if you don't have the creamy or an ice cream maker, you can make different kinds of diced cream with your blender or your food processor by using frozen fruit like bananas and PB2. Nicole's going to share a recipe from our website in the chat for a peanut butter and banana nice cream. So if you are craving more of that sweet snack, that's something you can whip up quickly if you just do some freezing of the fruit ahead of time. And you can't forget about the HMR bar. One thing that is really popular is cutting and freezing it into pieces so that you can have those, little bites that are frozen, and it's kind of a longer lasting snack than eating it, whole, a little different. So just some good ways to kind of satisfy those cravings, but still kind of stay on track and stay in the box for phase one. Are other people sharing in the chat there?
Yes, there's a lot of people sharing their different strategies for snacking. And one thing I know with some of the, like your peanut butter and banana and ice cream, I know if we do have folks who are on the decision free and not doing healthy solutions at this time, the nice thing is that there's so many different add-ons that are fruit flavored. So if you do want like the PB2 and banana kind of flavor, you can do PB2 plus a banana extract. There's sugar-free strawberry jello. So a lot of the recipes that we may be mentioning, some of them include like adding a fruit. But if you're not, be on the lookout because there's so much variety that you can get a lot of the fruit taste, but with using extracts, sugar-free jellos and things like that. So just wanted to add that little point. If you're like, man, that ice cream sounds delicious, I can't do it because I can't have a banana. Well, you can. There are banana kind of add-ins that are on your specific diet for that. And yes, several people are talking about different recipes. Barbara mentioned that you got her onto frozen okra, which is so good in the air fryer. Yes, and so some folks I think are having trouble with the links, and so here in a moment we'll show you how to actually access them on our website. So hang on, because we're going to show you where to go on our website that you can use the different filters to see our different recipes. But I think if you click on the link, it may take you out of the live event, so you just want to maybe get them after the fact. But so we've discussed decision-free, healthy solution snack options, and I know we have a really significant amount of folks in phase 2. And nice things to snack on. Of course, you can do everything that we mentioned, but you also have some additional items. We have this delicious chia seed pudding recipe on our website. And again, many of these you can prep in advance and keep them in the fridge. I like to keep little mason jars because they have the lids and you can make them and just stick them in there and pull them out as you need them. You can also add oats and Greek yogurt for a balanced meal. So some of these things can be great snack options, but then you can also make them into a meal if you want them. And peanut butter and banana pinwheels or PB and apple. So those can be great little snacks and that are super delicious. My kiddos love this, but we use a different nut butter in our household just because my son has a peanut and tree nuts allergy. And so lots of different things that you can have prepared in advance to have healthy snacks. But you don't want to wait until you want a snack to be thinking of all the things that you want to do. Go ahead, make your shopping list out, go to the website, get some different ideas so that they're there when you need them. Instead of, well, I want a snack, I want something salty and crunchy, I'm going to go for my kids' Goldfish or Doritos or whatever. Think about these things in advance so that you have them ready to go when you need them versus wishing you had them.
Yeah, great point. Want to think about these things in advance and even just having the ingredients ready and you can whip that up. So you mentioned the PB2. One thing that I've been doing lately with the Greek yogurt is, and you can make lots of different Greek yogurt dips in general. I think if I'm remembering correctly, I think half a cup of Greek yogurt is about 12 grams of protein, give or take. So I've been liking doing the half a cup of Greek yogurt, non-fat Greek yogurt, and adding a tablespoon of PB2. And I sweeten it a little bit with stevia, and you can use that as a dip for fruit. So I've been doing that with apples, but you're getting between the Greek yogurt and the PB2, a good 15 grams of protein, something quick that you can stir together. You can have it at your desk as you're snacking, or you can just have it ready to grab and go if you're leaving the house. Same thing with other flavorings. Of course, if you want to use, in phase 2, a serving of Greek yogurt and add various seasonings, using that for a dip for different veggies. One of my favorite ones that we have a link for that we'll share here is the Greek yogurt tzatziki. So it's basically just Greek yogurt and cucumber, garlic, lemon, a little salt and pepper. And again, you're getting a good serving of protein, but you can use it as a vehicle to eat more veggies. Of course, you can pair it with other proteins as well for a full meal. But, with snacks, it's a good dip. And also, of course, things like cottage cheese. Cottage cheese you can make into a savory snack with vegetables. You can, of course, eat it with fruit as well, get a good serving of protein, and it's just a really filling and satisfying snack.
Yeah, and one of the key kind of strategies of keeping it with the protein is we know that protein helps us to stay fuller longer. And so if that's not a strategy that you always use, that could be something that could really help you in those in-between times to not only have fruit but having something that has protein, a shake with fruit or a shake on its own if you're decision free, so that you are fuller longer. Another great strategy for a snack idea for phase 2 are egg bites. And so having different, almost like little quiches, but they're in little muffin tins without the crust. And so those can be something that you make ahead of time. I make them and then just freeze them. Mm-hmm. So I make a lot in advance and then freeze them, and then I can pop them in as snacks or breakfast. So those are some great strategies also to do. And again, the links are going to be in our the comments. And here in a moment, I'll share my screen so that you can see kind of where on our website to go for some of these different recipes that you're looking for. But also a great low calorie snack for phase 2 is the light string cheese. to have. So again, having these different options in your household is always nice, and not waiting until you need them. So continue to keep commenting, which I see many of you commenting, but also let us know if any of these snack ideas have, really they're intriguing to you and you want to try them. So write down which one you want to sample in the chat, because of course our goal here is to support you with really great snack ideas to help you to accomplish your goals. So let me go ahead, and while you all are commenting, I'm going to share my screen and take you to our website. And so of course, I'm going to be going to hmrprogram.com. And you will see kind of our website, and you'll go to support. And if you hover over support, you can go straight down to recipes. And the nice thing is you can filter these. So if you want decision-free, you can click on decision-free, healthy solutions, protein and grains, and phase 2. So you can filter even further. And so let's go decision-free, and we can do entrees. You can show the filter here. And here's some entrees. And then you apply that filter and you'll get different ideas for different snacks and also meals. So you can filter it even further within. So you'll just click on it, hit apply, or you can type, if you know there's a specific recipe that we mentioned, you can type it in the search. And that's how you will find many of our recipes that we've mentioned tonight.
Great. So thank you for sharing that, Jen. I think that recipe section of our website is such a good resource. I find new ideas all the time, or things that I forgot about. You might love something and then you don't do it for a little bit and you forget it existed. So it's a good refresher. So tonight we discussed some different ways to snack healthier. Whether you're on the decision-free, healthy solutions, or phase 2 plan, there are many foods that you can enjoy while staying on track with your weight and your health goals. But by anticipating your challenges, having a plan, staying prepared, snacking doesn't have to mean mindless, high-calorie eating, but rather it can be a really positive tool to help you stay full and stay satisfied between meals.
Right. And as we are kind of wrapping up our event tonight, we want to make sure you comment on some of the things that you are committed to do, whether it's snacking since you were here over the weekend, that can help support you to stay on track and work towards your goals. And we are going to continue to respond to your comments. And if you couldn't join for the full event, then this video is going to be posted on the HMR Facebook page, as well as in our group. So it's typically featured in the top. So you'll be able to access those even after the fact.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We hope this was useful and helped inspire you, gave you some ideas to stay on track. And again, if you are unable to join live, you can always find the recordings under the videos on our HMR program Facebook page or at the top of our closed Facebook community pages. So always make sure, we want to make sure that you stay close to your inbox for our latest updates. And we'll be letting you know in advance of our next Facebook Live event. And we hope to see you there. So have a great night, everyone. Thanks for being here.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.